Respected audience, today's video will help us in understanding 1. The US President Donald Trump's rhetoric to get control of Greenland, 2. Reaction to this rhetoric from Greenland itself, Denmark, and the region, 3. History of Greenland, 4. Importance of Greenland for the US, and 5. The future prospects of Greenland. While talking to the reporters on Air Force One on Saturday, Trump renewed his interest in Greenland. I think we are going to have it. He claims the residents of Greenland want to be with us. He added, I think Greenland we will get because it has to do with freedom of the world. A few days ago, Trump refused to rule out the economic or military action to get Greenland. The US and Denmark, two NATO allies, are at odds over Greenland. It sends shockwave in the region. Reacting to Trump's rhetoric, Greenland's premier Mutti B. Aged asserted how to use its territory is Greenland's business. The Denmark Prime Minister Frederiksen has clarified Greenland belongs to the Greenlanders. In her phone conversation with Trump, she held her opinion firmly as reported in the Financial Times. Reportedly, she emphasized that Greenland is not for sale. France and Germany have issued warning against altering borders. Let us have a brief look at Greenland. It is the world's largest island located in the Arctic. Its population is 56,000. Its 80% is covered with ice. It has been controlled by Denmark for 300 years. The distance between Greenland and Denmark is 3,000 kilometers. Till the mid 20th century, it was recognized as Denmark's colony. It became a part of Denmark in 1953. The 1979 referendum won Greenland extensive autonomy, leaving just foreign affairs and defense with Denmark. Now we trace out the links between the US and Greenland. During the Second World War, the Nazi Germany occupied the mainland Denmark. The US invaded Greenland and established military and radio stations there. After the war, the US forces did not vacate it. In view of its strategic location, the US offered to purchase Greenland in 1946 at the price of $100 million, but the Denmark government did not agree. The US built Bidufik space base at Greenland, which plays a key role in the US defense. Secondly, Greenland lies at the shortest route between North America and Europe. The 1951 Defense Agreement, signed between the US and Denmark, gave sufficient role to the US in defense of Greenland. Highlighting the significance of Greenland for the US, Mark Jacobsen, an assistant professor at Royal Danish Defense College, says if Russia were to send missiles to the US, the shortest route for nuclear weapons would be via the North Pole and Greenland. Finally, Trump might be interested in Greenland's rare earth minerals, which are useful for all kinds of technology, from cell phones to wind turbines. Laura Guzzi and Robert Greenell identify four scenarios for Greenland future. Scenario number one, Greenland remains as it is. Trump was so anxious to take control of Greenland during his first term in 2019 as well. However, he avoided any action. Some analysts hold that Trump just wants Denmark to boost the security of Greenland in view of the growing interest of China and Russia in the Arctic. Elizabeth Swaney, the chief political correspondent for Political newspaper, says what was important in what Trump said was that Denmark has to fulfill its obligation in the Arctic or it has got to let the US do it. Scenario number two, Greenland votes for independence. If Greenland opts independence, Denmark does not look to object it. However, Greenland will have to arrange alternative of the subsidies it receives from Denmark. It is quite likely that the US may be approached to plug this gap. Scenario number 3. Trump may use economic tool. Trump is very vocal in levying 10% tariff on all US imports. It may land Denmark in hot waters as US imports hearing aids, insulin, and diabetes drugs from Denmark. Scenario number 4. Trump may attack Greenland. As US already has bases and troops in Greenland, taking its control will not be difficult for it. But invading Greenland would not go well with the world. Professor Jacobson says the US has de facto control already. According to Swaney, if they invade Greenland, they invade NATO. So what's where it stops? Article 5 would have to be triggered. And if a NATO country invades NATO, there is no NATO. Dr. Gad observes that Trump sounds like Chinese President Xi Jinping talking about Taiwan or Russia's Vladimir Putin talking about Ukraine. Please like and share the video. Give your valuable comments. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to keep yourself updated about the trending global news, its incidents, etc. Thanks a lot.